Hey gang, it's JC and this is your Daily Dose for Thursday, November 4th, 2010, a cooperative venture with Mind Active in beautiful downtown Brentwood. Archives, top of the page, Eye Candy Archives. Bottom of the page, we also have the old school photo down there. I dig deep into the archives and find good stuff for you, much of it incredibly embarrassing. Also, Dave's weather forecast and the audio on iTunes down in the corner. Of course, we're on the Big 550 KTRS every weekday from 10 until 1 o'clock. Professional comedian Joe Marlotti joins us every Thursday. And then on Friday, it's my old buddy Smash, digging the Smash, Smash and I met in Washington, D.C. at DC 101. I was working there with Howard Stern, Greaseman, people like that back in the early 1980s, and Howard left for New York, and they brought in this kid from Indianapolis, Asher Ben Ruby was his name, still is, by the way, and of course he went by Adam Smasher was his name back in Indianapolis, or as they say in Indianapolis, or as Smash says, Indianapolis. So anyhow, so Smash and I have been friends for a long time, and so we have him in every Friday, and that's one of the cool things about it is this thing, Mixtape Friday, which has just exploded. It's taken off. We've had hundreds of entries already, and I've only been on the air 10 days. So this is really sort of something interesting. And again, we were at Carl's 40th birthday party last weekend, and it was the talk of the whole party. I just couldn't believe that many people were already talking about this thing. Been on the air a week, and the whole party is talking about how in the world you would ever be able to come up with just 5 songs. And what a bloodletting endeavor it is to sit there and just trying to figure out if I could only pick 5 songs that are that epitomize my musical taste, that define my musical taste. What would they be and how would I ever do it? How would I complete that process? It's fascinating stuff. So anyhow, we pick, 4, 5, 6 of those every Friday. And then we pick one. We play the mixtape. We play your 5 songs in mixtape format. And then at the end of the whole thing, we'll pick one of the entries that we highlighted just at random. And somebody gets an iPod. I got my iPads and my iPods and my nanos and my nanos. An iPod Nano. Oh boy. And also a gift certificate for $50 to Gallagher's over there in Southwest Illinois, Metro East, where they have the best damn fried chicken I've ever eaten in my life. So again, you still have time to do it. Showgram at ktrs.com is where you send your 5 songs, and we'll see what happens tomorrow, Friday, on the Big 550 KTRS when we get going on this whole thing. And by the way, speaking of digital media, if you are having trouble, getting AM reception where you are, you can't listen at that particular time of day, we are encouraging everybody to download the app on your smartphone called TuneIn Radio. It's like just thousands and thousands of stations, something like 40,000 stations from around the world, all right there on your cell phone, including the Big 550 KTRS. And it even has a 2-hour record function. You just hit the button, walk away. You can listen to it whenever you want. Sort of almost create your own podcast. So just something to think about. Well, ABC is launching Skating with the Stars. Producers came up with the idea after executives challenged them to create Dancing with the Stars, except a lot gayer. Lil Wayne gets out of prison today and goes back in 5, 4, 3, 2. San Francisco is banning toys in Happy Meals. I don't know, it seems to me they might be doing away with the most nutritious part of the meal. The Tennessee Titans claim Randy Moss off waivers. You gotta be quicker, Kim Kardashian. Ed Martin, how funny is this guy? Loses to Russ Carnahan, won't give it up. He and his jackals were down at election headquarters yesterday waving signs and causing all sorts of commotion. Ed is like a football player, a kid in high school whose team just loses the game, but an hour later he's still in full uniform out on the field going, come on, let's go, come on. Come on, Ed. Sarah Palin worked overtime to get people to come out to vote for her political candidates. She managed to convince everybody except her own daughter, Bristol. Bristol didn't vote. Katy Perry almost had breast reduction a long time ago. That was close. Gwyneth Paltrow is going to sing on Glee on the November 16th episode. It's a CeeLo Green song, F You, but she's going to do the non-explicit version called Forget You. Starts with an F. I don't get this Chelsea Handler thing. Everywhere you look lately, it's Chelsea Handler everywhere, and I'm telling you, I just don't get it. I don't understand the deal. NBC is developing a sitcom based on her autobiography that was inspired by her life in her 20s. She's 35 now. And there's a second sitcom with Chelsea Handler in the works, and that's called After Lately, which is going to be set behind the scenes of her late night show, Chelsea Lately. I don't get it. I just don't. Miley Cyrus will play a private investigator in her next movie. Southwest Airlines, listen to this, by the end of the year, they hope to have all 500 of their planes fitted for Wi-Fi. And, and it doesn't matter how long the flight is or, any length of flight or anything like that. And they're only going to charge you $5. You get Wi-Fi on the Southwest Airlines planes. Meantime, Apple is planning on increasing the length of the free song previews from 30 seconds to 90 seconds. I guess they think that if you can sample more of the song, you'd be more inclined to buy it. And it'll also give you enough time to figure out that Taylor Swift's songs all sound exactly the same. What else we got here? Oh, by the way, Facebook. We told you about this yesterday. We were thinking that they were going to maybe introduce a Facebook phone or some sort of an iPad or something like that. And it really wasn't any of those things. All the bloggers were wrong. Imagine that, bloggers being wrong. But anyhow, they're basically, it has to do with grouping. You're going to be able to create sets of friends and share information solely with that particular group. By the way, a British author monitored Facebook activity for I don't know how long, but he came up with a formula as to how you can figure out if you're going to be dumped. The period in mid-March, right around spring break, is apparently when a lot of people break up. Apparently they want to go to spring break and they want to be free of any significant other. 2 weeks before Christmas has the highest breakup numbers. The speculation is people don't want to sit through all sorts of family gatherings and holiday parties if you don't think that you're going to really end up with that person. And also they don't want to have to buy a gift. Christmas has the fewest breakups of any day of the calendar year. August and September are months that are overall have the fewest breakups. Mondays have the most breakups in any days. That's because people finally end things after a bad weekend. Time for the holiday season, and retail stores are going to be busting you on returns. They're changing their return policies. They're going to have your name in a database to figure out if you have a habit of returning stuff. And a lot of returns every year are fraudulent anyhow. The stores have just about had it. Good sign for the economy. People are getting plastic surgery again. That's a discretionary income. In California, a Democrat won a spot in the state Senate even though she died 2 weeks ago. It was too late to get her off the ballot. Shades of Mel Carnahan, huh? India's owl population is rapidly declining, and the blame goes to Harry Potter. Apparently the books and films are huge in India, and a lot of kids are getting owls as pets. A man was busted for drunk driving on Halloween while he was dressed up as a breathalyzer. That would be irony. A TSA officer was fired because he liked to joke around with the passengers a little bit. And one of the things that he would do frequently is pretend to find cocaine in people's bags when they went through security. The comedy was apparently lost on some people who weren't. I think it's pretty damn funny, actually. A woman is suing because she went in for surgery to have precancerous cells removed, and the surgeon accidentally removed her clitoris. Boy, do I have a lot of jokes I could put in there, but I'm just not in the mood for a lawsuit today. Birthdays today include bongo-loving, pot-smoking nudist Matthew McConaughey, also Jeff Probst from Survivor. There's a picture of him on the internet with his wang hanging out. If you just punch around, you'll find it, if you're interested in that sort of thing. Ralph Macchio, who passed on the role of Marty McFly in Back to the Future because he thought the whole thing sounded goofy. Good career move there, Ralph. 49 today. Kathy Griffin, 50. Marky Post from Night Court, remember her, 60. Laura Bush, 64. Loretta Swit, that would be your hot lips, at 73. Doris Roberts, who played Ray's mom on Everybody Loves Raymond, is 80. And it was on this date in 1963 that the Beatles played a Royal Command performance in front of British royalty in London. That was at the show where John Lennon said, "Will people in the cheaper seats clap your hands, and for the rest of you, just rattle your jewelry." All right, what else we got here for you today? I just can't even tell you how much more I enjoy life as of yesterday without all those political commercials on radio and TV. Man, oh man, it's so much nicer to turn on radio and TV now. All right, JC's eye candy today. I've forgotten what I'm putting up there, but it's something good. I totally spaced it. And the Video Village goes back to 1993 for a review I did of the movie Alive about those South American rugby players who crashed into the Andes and they had to start eating one another. I had a little fun with that. The Wayback Machine is also late 80s where Martin Dugan just attacks me on Donnybrook. And it's damn funny. It's damn funny. All right, that's it. JC's Daily Dose for Thursday, November 4th, 2010, a cooperative venture with Mind Active in beautiful downtown Brentwood. In the meantime, we've beaten this one to death. Have a good one. See you later. Bye.